There's videos of him wandering around aimlessly. He started to re-upload to his social media. Now, I'm going to give a big warning here. Korea that are very motivated to take down Johnny Somali are saying, hey, this is on the table.
Johnny Somali, the controversial streamer whose name has been tied to chaos, courtrooms, and endless scandals, is once again back in the headlines. And this time, the updates from South Korea's legal system could end his career and his freedom for good. Reports confirm that Somali has yet again defied the warnings of the court. Judges and prosecutors have been crystal clear. Stop stirring controversy online, stop reposting content tied to past offenses, and stop provoking the public. But Somali ignored those warnings. He's back to re-uploading videos, reigniting outrage, and dragging himself into even deeper trouble. Legal experts in Seoul are now warning that this move could push prosecutors to add new charges that might lock him away for years, if not decades. As one analyst put it, if the prosecutors are angry enough, prison time is absolutely on the table. And make no mistake, they are angry. Somali's downfall has been swift and brutal. He's lost nearly all of his allies, friends, fans, and even fellow streamers who once stood beside him. Family support?
Gone.
His closest connections have walked away. Once flaunting wealth and attention, he's now seen wandering the streets like a man with nothing left. Desperate and broke, Somali has turned to his last weapon, exploiting the same toxic content that landed him in legal trouble to begin with. But this isn't just reckless, it's dangerous. The court had already warned him that if he continued, the consequences would escalate. And now, with his new uploads circulating, prosecutors are ready to strike. Some insiders in Korea are even suggesting the possibility of a life sentence, or at minimum 5 to 10 years in prison.
Why?
Because Somali's recent actions aren't small mistakes. He's deliberately reposting disturbing videos connected to sensitive legal issues, despite knowing the damage they cause. At one point, he even hinted at returning to the same controversial statue that triggered outrage months earlier, an act the court had specifically banned him from repeating. Commentators like Legal Mindset have urged viewers not to engage with Somali's uploads, warning: do not visit his pages. Don't give him clicks, money, or attention. That's exactly what he wants. In other words, Somali is attempting to bait the public into fueling his survival. But this time, the backlash is stronger than ever. Petitions across South Korea have called for the maximum punishment. Ordinary citizens and online communities are united in demanding accountability, arguing that Somali has been given too many second chances already. And those second chances have not gone well. Somali once claimed that if he ever escaped prison, he'd abandon the Johnny Somali persona, use his finance degree, and rebuild a normal life. He even said he'd start a business or find a steady job back in America. But those promises now feel hollow. Instead of reforming, he doubled down on the same reckless behavior that brought him here. Now, with travel restrictions in place, he cannot leave South Korea. He's banned from flights and locked within the country's legal system. His charges aren't minor, either. These aren't just pranks or public stunts gone wrong. Some of the accusations carry heavy sentences, decades behind bars if the court chooses to impose the harshest penalties. And perhaps the most tragic part? His family has turned away. Somali himself admitted that his father told him not to have children, predicting that his life choices would only bring chaos. Whether or not those words were ever meant literally, they now ring uncomfortably true. Somali's self-destruction has made him a burden not just to the courts, but to everyone connected to him. With his sentencing approaching, Somali faces a grim reality. If convicted on the new charges, experts believe he could receive no less than 10 years. And if prosecutors push for maximum punishment, that number could be far higher. Somali has even confessed in past streams that prison would break him mentally, saying, "If I get sent back, I'll go psycho. There won't be any Ramsey left." But despite these warnings, he keeps walking the same path, reposting content, mocking the system, ignoring the advice of his lawyers, the court, and even his own family. The truth is clear. Johnny Somali is running out of road. He's out of friends, out of support, and almost out of time. Whatever happens in the coming months, one thing is certain. The career and persona of Johnny Somali are effectively finished. The only question left is whether he'll fade away quietly or spend the next decade behind bars. So, what do you think? Should Somali be given yet another chance? Or is it finally time for the courts to shut the door for good? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.